morning, everybody.
Good
Morning.
We are going to begin the Acushnet School Committee meeting of Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. In just a moment. Before I do, I just want to bring to note that per Governor Baker's order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, GL 30A, Section 20, the public will not be allowed to physically access this school committee meeting. Members of the public can access the meeting via live stream at, do you want me to read that link?
I don't think that's necessary.
Not necessary. It's on the agenda, which has been posted. In addition, the events will be rebroadcast on the local cable access channel. The school committee reserves the right to implement additional remote participation procedures and will notify the public of these procedures as soon as practicable. So we're gonna, to call this meeting officially to order, I do need to take a roll call vote of the members who are present. Mr. Sumner?
Yes.
Ms. Gomes?
Yes.
Okay, and myself, Ms. Downing, yes. Okay. We are not going to do the Pledge of Allegiance because we are not together and not in front of a flag. So we're going to just move over that agenda item and then move into new business. So Dr. Bailey, your superintendent's report.
Sure. If you recall, in our last meeting, we took a formal vote to continue payment of our employees up until May 4th. And we scheduled this meeting because our next school committee meeting is after that date. So we wanted to officially get the committee together to make a decision on whether or not to pay them from May 4th through June 15th, which is the end of the school year. We have been keeping our employees busy. As you know, the buildings are closed, but we are continuing with remote learning, and people are very busy. Our paras are participating in a book study. They're participating in the Zoom meetings with the classes and being assigned to help students out on an as-needed basis. Our CAF workers are also participating in quite a bit of professional development. We did an analysis of what it would cost the district or the town to pay unemployment for these workers, hourly workers, and it actually comes out to more if they are paid through the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if anyone has any questions.
So I do, Jen, do I have permission to speak?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're saying is that with these hourly people, that if we were to lay them off, that it could potentially cost the district more than if we keep them on staff. Is that correct?
Correct. Okay. I consulted with legal. I also consulted with the town administrator. I got the formulas together. I had Kristen run the numbers, and it would significantly be payment over the amount that we would pay them to work the next 6 weeks.
Okay. And can we safely say that, because we're talking about cafeteria workers, janitorial, paras, that they will be given work to do when they are allowed to do it,
Yep.
to make sure
So
that they're...
restrictions were just lifted for some of our workers to come back. So the custodians are actually back full-time starting tomorrow. We've had them on a rotation. They'll be back. And then our secretaries will be back next week. They'll be notified today. But they are considered essential workers to continue with the operations of the district.
Mhm.
So the folks who, can't come in because the children are not here are the CAF workers and the paras.
Mm-hmm.
And the teachers, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Now with the, I've had some questions myself personally and from, other people and community members with the teachers and the paras. Now that we've had several weeks of them learning Zoom and engaging with the children via online, will we see more of that now that we're going to continue paying and having them till the end of the school year? we'll see more of.
I don't know that you'll see more in terms of hours. We're trying to go with the guidelines that the state has recommended, that being 2 to 3 hours a day of learning. But one of the new guidelines is for us to begin posting new learning, and that will start the week of May 4th. That will be posted weekly. So people need to be working together collaboratively on those plans to post that new learning. And they are also working on 2 new packets that will be coming out 3 weeks each. And there'll be some pacing on those packets as well. And that's for the work that's already been previously taught to reinforce those skills. So that's what we're doing. And we are continuing with professional development to continue to build everyone's capacity in terms of posting videos, posting new learning. We created that new portal on our website as a sort of a one-stop for families and students. And that's, that's because we've had some ongoing professional development. But
Thank
the
you.
Commissioner of Education has recommended to the best extent possible that we can to continue payment of our staff through the rest of the school year.
Okay.
Mr. Sumner, do you have any comments or questions?
I was just wondering, are they able to do tutoring or anything online interactive with students?
Yes, so they all have access to the Zoom meetings. They can certainly work in small groups, just as if they would do in the classroom, except they're doing it virtually. Right now, the principals are working with teachers to identify students who may be struggling. And then they will be working with staff who may be available, such as paras, to work with the children to work on some skills that they may need some extra help in.
Okay.
Just like they would do in school, except it would be scheduled virtually.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have no further questions or comments. Ms. Gomes, do you have anything else to add?
No, all my questions were answered, so thank you.
Okay, great. So I think what we need to do is we need to put forth a motion, which I will do. We want to move that during the period from May 4th, 2020 through June 15th, 2020, hereinafter referred to as the quote unquote closure period, the Acushnet School Committee, subject to appropriation, shall pay the regular wages for workdays during the closure period to each employee of the Acushnet Public Schools, excluding day substitutes, provided that each such employee to be paid performs work that may be requested or required by the employee's supervisor during each of the workdays to be paid in the closure period. Nothing in this motion limits any rights that any employee may have to take vacation, sick, or personal leave during the closure period. In the event that schools are closed beyond June 15th, 2020, the Acushnet School Committee will revisit this issue and make a separate determination as to whether or not to continue paying employees.
So moved.
Second.
So all those in favor, do I have to take a roll call, Kelly?
Please.
Okay, roll call vote on that, please. Mr. Sumner,
Yes.
Mrs. Gomes,
Yes.
and Jennifer Downing, yes. Okay, the motion passes. Thank you very much for that. We have no further business today, so if there are no other comments or questions, I will go ahead and make a motion, or suggest we make a motion to adjourn the meeting. The next regular school committee meeting will be held in the, will not be held in the John Tavares Library. It will be held here on Zoom is on Tuesday, May 12th at 5:30.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.